So what do you think about when you think of New Zealand?
Well, when I hear New Zealand, I personally think of the hiking trails that are over there and how beautiful it is.
So what do you think about when you hear New Zealand?
That's next to Australia.
New Zealand, what do you think about? What comes to mind?
Where is it? Seals, cold weather, icebergs, things of that nature.
About sheep?
Sheep? Herding sheep, I guess. If you say that, then I can think of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do an association.
And how about any products? Are you familiar with any products that may come from New Zealand?
Oil, sheep oil. No, I don't think of any products.
Okay.
What do you think of when you hear New Zealand?
Sheep
Sheep.
and Lord of the Rings.
Perfect.
And do you know of any products that come from New Zealand?
No, really don't. Wool.
What do you think about when you hear New Zealand?
Sheep?
Okay, and how about, are you familiar with any products that may be coming from New Zealand?
No.
No? Okay.
Sheep. Sheep.
Sheep. I think I would think of sheep.
So Glenn, what do you think of when you think of New Zealand?
I think of extreme sports and sheep.
New Zealand's population is about 4.1 million people at about 40 people per square mile. New Zealand's made up of about 2 islands, about the size of Colorado, so it's not really a huge country. The highest point in New Zealand is Mount Cook, and it stands at a whopping 12,316 feet. Half of New Zealand is comprised of meadows and pastures, which might explain the abundance of sheep. In fact, Queenstown is adequately nicknamed the adrenaline capital of the world because bungee jumping was invented there. The natural resources in New Zealand are natural gas, iron ore, sand, coal, timber, hydropower, gold, and limestone. The capital of New Zealand is Wellington. The capital of New Zealand is Wellington. We don't know which one.
New Zealanders are friendly, outgoing, somewhat reserved initially, yet polite, and enjoy extending hospitality. They are quite easy to get to know as they say hello to strangers and will offer assistance without being asked. They move to a first name basis quickly and shun the use of titles. New Zealanders dress casually but neat, and most restaurants do not have dress codes. Business dress is conservative. Jackets may be removed and shirt sleeves rolled up when working. Greetings are casual, often consisting simply of a handshake and a smile. Never underestimate the value of a smile, as it indicates pleasure at meeting the other person. Appointments are usually necessary and should be made at least 1 week in advance by telephone, fax, or email. It is generally easy to schedule a meeting with a senior level manager from New Zealand if you are coming from another country, but the meeting must be planned well in advance. It can be difficult to schedule meetings in December and January since these are the prime months for their summer vacations. When having meetings, arrive to meetings on time or even a few minutes early, but never be late. Time and punctuality are very important to New Zealanders. Meetings in general are very relaxed, but they are taken seriously. A little small talk is acceptable when conducting business with New Zealanders. What they are interested in is what a person can do and not what they say they can do. They don't like what-if scenarios, and New Zealanders want facts and figures. They don't like a lot of emotions and a lot of things that get people off track in a meeting. Stick to facts and figures. They don't appreciate high-pressure tactics, so don't go there. They do like demonstrations, so if you have a demonstrable item, it's a great idea to show them in a meeting. They'll really appreciate that. And they absolutely love people who keep their promises. Corruption is perceived as almost non-existent in New Zealand. New Zealand is ranked #1 out of 163 countries in Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index for 2006. New Zealand is renowned for its efforts to ensure transparent, competitive, corrupt-free government procurement. Stiff penalties against bribing government officials or accepting bribes are strictly enforced in New Zealand.